Hey, it's Josh here. I just want to take a quick second before we get started to express our gratitude and appreciation to anyone who's listening, whether you're consuming this by download, whether you're listening on our website or following us on Instagram or TikTok, however that is. We thank you. Doing that lets us know, hey, that there's somebody out there. And as long as we're entertaining one person, then it just makes everything worth it. So on behalf of myself and everyone here at Game Rage, thank you. All right, now enjoy the show.
What podcast reviewer 37 describes as an indiscriminate hellish ride that I would not wish on my worst enemy. The industry's elite have said time and again, man, fuck those guys. Get ready. If your ears had butts, they'd about to be fucked. Welcome to the Butt Fuck Nowhere Show. Testing indeed. Test successful. Here we are. Episode number 8 of the BFN show, fully known as the Butt Fuck Nowhere Show. Now, you've already listened to 7 previous episodes, likely. Or maybe this could be your first time. If it's your first time, just know, this show is about nothing. Literally, it's butt fuck nowhere. It's about whatever the fuck we want. And today, we have a slew of topics to discuss.
All right, before you get onto the main course.
True.
Main courses, you forgot the perfect segue for our plugs.
That's true, Adam. Thank you for perfectly segueing me into the plugs. Now, if you're a listener, you already know that you can follow us on Instagram and the TikTok at Game Rage Magazine, and you can go to our website, GameRageMagazine.com, which is probably where you're listening to this, hopefully. If not, you can go there and check out all our other podcasts that we have, because we have a slew of other podcasts for you to listen to.
A plethora, a
fuck ton.
Yes.
A metric fuck ton, I think, actually, of other podcasts that you can listen to.
We've been doing work, dude.
We have been fucking putting in the work for not us, for you. For the listener.
The listeners.
For the people in Belgium who like us for whatever reason.
The millions and millions of Belgians.
Belgians. There are at least 1 million, I think, Belgians that listen to this fucking... Our network.
Man.
Yeah, they are. They're good fucking dudes. But yeah, you can go there and you can follow us and you can pay attention on there because we will be doing a giveaway. If you're in Belgium, though...
I don't know about that one.
Oh, man, I don't know,
the
man.
The shipping for that one, I don't know.
I don't know. The shipping will likely cost more than the item, all right? But
U.S. exclusive.
Yeah, this is the continental United States, all right? No Hawaii, no Alaska, all right? Continental U.S. only, all right? But either way...
We'll make it up to you at some point.
Either way, we will send you... You know what? Maybe if they're in another country, we'll send them a digital gift.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You know, we could send them of an equivalent value, a digital gift of their choice from a slew of choosings that we would have. That's a good idea. Anyways, to be determined and find out more later. So follow us and subscribe so that way you can know what the fuck's happening. Anyways, now that that's out of the way, as usual, I'm Josh. I'm here today with Adam.
Howdy.
I'm also here today with big old Frank.
Fuck off.
All right. That wasn't him farting. That was
probably
just the
been his warmest greeting in all the podcasts that we've done.
That's true. That has been the warmest greeting by Frank. Thank you, Frank, for that warm welcome. So today, a few things we want to talk about.
Yes.
I want to complain about things for a minute.
Let's do it.
And then kind of want to talk about some Rooster Teeth business. And then Adam wants to talk about some video game stuff. So, and probably into 15 other tangents that we're going to talk about that I haven't even mentioned yet.
Yeah, hopefully we can say. Hopefully we can remember all of them.
Oh yeah.
No, we won't.
No, we won't. Anyways, so first thing I want to talk about is I can't get into specifics because of legalities, but I have an issue and a thing that's been going on for quite a while, like over a year. And now it's finally come to what should have been fruition, and I should have been getting a really good outcome from this. And it has now turned into, essentially, I'm just getting fucked. And I just want to say to people out there how I didn't go into this whole thing, and I know it's hard for people to maybe understand this because I can't tell you exactly what it is, but just know that it involves attorneys, right? That's all you got to know. It just involves the legal process, okay? And when you go to someone for help because you got screwed or because something happened, right? And you say, hey, I got fucked here and they're not wanting to help me out. What can you do about it? And they will just know, and I'm sure, and I knew this even going in, but I didn't know it to this extent how it was. They will fucking paint you the rosiest picture. And listen, I knew.
Wash your balls.
Yes, I knew that it wasn't going to be as good as what they were saying. But I also couldn't have imagined that it would be as bad as what they actually gave me and what they actually got me. Because at the end of the day, this whole thing, I am getting the least amount of what I should be getting, and the representatives are getting more than what I'm getting essentially on this. And so when you go into this and you know, and like I shouldn't be complaining, right? It's something that, yeah, I should be grateful that I got anything, I guess, or I'm getting something out of it. But at the end of the day, when that number is like basically less than what I put in at the end of it, after all is said and done, the number I will take home is less than what I actually ended up paying for the thing itself. So I'm actually like losing money at the end of the day. And when they tell you and paint this fucking picture for you of, oh yeah, this is going to be great. Like I said, obviously you need to take it with a grain of salt. But when they tell you all this shit about how, oh, you know, we're a family and like, you know, we help the little guy out, right? That's like the whole point, is they help out the little guy who can't fight against a giant mega fucking corporation or a mega conglomerate or a mega whatever it is that you're going against, right? That's what they're supposed to be there for. But at the end of the day, their own greed and their own self, not importance, but their own self, goddamn, help me out. What's the word I'm looking for here? It's like when you're trying to, okay, their own self-interest, okay, that outweighs any help that they could be giving you, because they're not helping you to help you. They're helping you to help themselves, right? And just understand, and they will lie to you. They will tell you shit that when you, like, I tell them a certain thing that I know is a fact, right? I know this to be true, and then they look me dead in the eye and say, no.
It's gaslighting.
That's never been done before. I've never, in my 30 years of doing this, have I ever heard of this specific thing you're talking about happening. Not once. And then I go to an outside source who has no monetary interest in me doing this or not doing it, and I say, you're an expert in this field of what I'm specifically asking you about. Does this happen? And the answer is yes. Overwhelmingly, this happens all the time. And so for them to tell me, and maybe I'll be able to go into specifics later. I don't, like I said, because I just don't know now what I can and can't say, because I do want to tell this whole story from start to finish. But depending upon what happens with what's going on right now, if I sign a deal, I won't be able to talk about it. I won't be able to give specifics about anything. So, but I don't know what I can and can't say if I don't sign the deal. So I know now I can talk about this in a generality because no one knows what the fuck I'm talking about. But specifically, no one knows. But I can generally talk about this in this way. And I hope that I'll be able to talk about this to give the full details, because I think people need to be fucking made aware, even though, you know, there's not a whole shit ton of people that listen to this, but people need to be aware that, and that's why I'm kind of speaking in the generalities here, is when you're dealing with anyone that says they're there to help you, that you got to fucking take a grain of salt with it, and you have to think about why are they doing this and what do they stand to gain from this, And are they going to put their interests ahead of mine? Because that is what has happened in this instance. Their self-interest and their money-making interest has gone ahead to get themselves the best deal for them, and me to kind of just get the leftovers. Essentially, is kind of how it's been go. Is kind of how it has went. And I understand they're a business, right? They have to make money, or else they can't do this thing where they quote unquote help people out. But to literally sit there and lie to my face about one thing that's gonna cost me more money in the end, I can't condone that. I can't fathom that. I can't understand. Then you have now proven to me that you are not in this business to help people, as you told me, and that you gave me this song and dance, as Adam said, you gaslit me into believing that you were here to help me. And now, by you lying to me to my face about something that I know is fucking true, that tells me all I needed to know, that you're not here to do any of this. You are simply here. I am a statistic. I am a means to an end for you. I brought you a problem that you cannot fucking create upon your own. You have to wait for people like me to come to you. And now you've fucking taken advantage of it. And you've literally milked every fucking penny you can. And given no fucks about me when I've brought issues to you, right? So anyways, all right. That's my fucking 10-minute rant on fucking that. Also, I have another rant real quick. Sorry, I hate to take over and just rant things. But Jesus fucking Christ, man. Why is it that every time I need to do something that involves, I need extra gas or fuel, gas is the most expensive that it's ever been? I mean, Katie's going to Wasteland, obviously, as we know from the other podcast. Wasteland weekend is happening. So cool. I need to buy a bunch of gas for the U-Haul, obviously, and then I need to buy a bunch of gas to put in things for them to run with the generators. So I got to buy like an extra 30 gallons of gas, right? Last year, for some fucking inexplicable reason, gas was almost $6 a gallon. The year before that, same thing. Now, again, gas is over $6 a fucking gallon.
You know, you give diesel a lot of shit, but there's a lot of farmers that just run their diesels off of use motor oil and
yeah, I mean, I don't give diesel shit. I would like to buy it. I think if the next truck that I buy is probably, well, if it's still legal by the time I can afford it.
Diesel shit. You always would say like they're not worth the price.
Well, they're not worth the price for what I was going to use it for, which is not towing. But now that I'm going to be needing it to tow things, well, now then it becomes more worth the price, I guess. Because to me, and here I go on another fucking rant. To me, these assholes that literally just drive around in Duramax fucking or fucking whatever the Ford one is, the fucking diesel. If you have a diesel truck and you're not fucking towing an RV or you're not towing shit or you're not even using it for that, why the fuck do you even have a goddamn diesel truck? Like, you don't fucking need it. You're paying all that extra money for diesel just to look cool, right? Yeah.
Why do you have all those guns? You don't go around shooting. Because you can, right?
Yeah, I guess that's true. So, I mean, I guess if you can spend an extra fucking $25,000 on a truck that is already overpriced to have it be diesel, fucking sure, go right ahead. But for me, that wasn't worth the price, all right? That was never worth the price to me. Now, yes, it's seeming that it's more worth the price than anything because I would like the extra tow power and not have to worry about it.
And you can run it off of dirty gas.
And I could just run it off of fucking dirty gasoline or literally the generator oil that I use to change the old oil, I could just pour into the gas tank and just fucking get that to fucking work. All right, that could just be fuel. But I digress. I fucking hate how that gas every time, man, it doesn't fail. It doesn't fucking fail. So now I got to buy an extra 30 gallons of gas. So instead of it costing me, the $4 and fucking 60 cents that it was just a few weeks ago, now it's like almost like $2 a gallon more.
What's that old meme? Thanks, Obama.
Yeah, thanks, Obama. Anyways, I don't know. That just pisses me off. So, man, now that I've ranted, let's get into something a little less ranty. Oh, at least for me. Anyways, where do you guys want to go first? You want to go with Adam's topic about the video? No, Adam wants to do that at the end.
Rooster Teeth.
All right, let's talk about Rooster Teeth because
Main course.
something has happened where Achievement Hunter, right, a specific show that has been
Channel,
correct, on Rooster Teeth is now been, it's not, I wouldn't say defunct, but it's been retired, I guess. Yeah, is more of the right term.
For what reason?
They have said essentially that the guys that were on there wanted to go do other shit. Now, the dudes that started it have done that. They have gone on and they've done other things. So the main guys that were originally on there are not on there anymore.
The only one left of the original crew is Michael, and I don't know. He just doesn't look like he cares anymore
True. So
about this.
right. So it just seems like that the guys involved just kind of just haven't given a shit about it anymore, and they just want to move on to something else.
It wasn't specifically about like any kind of like controversy or
it wasn't like that
sexual harassment.
Yeah, no, it was nothing like that.
They already went through that.
Yeah, they have been through things like that, but this one specifically was not related to that. I don't necessarily think that it was a lack of viewership. I think it was just literally, as they said because I watched the video of them talking about it, and they basically said that they just wanted to move on to other things. They felt like that creatively they wanted to go and do other things. Okay, cool, I get that, but just like with those the original guys. Why not just keep, it's a fucking, like, it's a stalwart, in my opinion, of, like, Rooster Teeth. Like, Achievement Hunter is, I mean, shit, it's been around since, what, 2010, I think?
How they have
2009, maybe? I mean, shit, it's been 13 years.
They have a podcast called Off Topic, which is the Achievement Hunter podcast.
Yeah.
So what's going to happen with that?
I don't know. I
don't know what's going to happen with the Let's Play channel because Achievement Hunter was deleted of that, so I don't know.
I mean, they claim that, we're still going to be doing Let's Plays and all this stuff. So I'm like, okay, so again, now granted, I guess us as people don't like change generally, right? So when someone wants to change something, I guess we get up, it activates our almonds, as they say, you get kind of uppity. So I don't know if that's what it is for us or for me, or I don't know what it is for you, Frank. If that's what it is, it's like, oh man, there's change and I don't like this, but when to me there's an easy solution of like, okay, you got some guys that are up and coming dudes that want to do stuff that aren't maybe on something, let them take over the Achievement Hunter banner. You know what I'm saying? It's an established thing. You can help get over. It's like in wrestling, you can help get new guys over by being on an established product that's got established, an established audience basically. Like, I mean, Cooper, fuck off, leave him alone. Let me fucking take over. Let us take over Achievement Hunter. Fuck's sake.
It sounds like it's probably ran its course and they got all the juice they could out of it, or maybe it's the dynamic is not there anymore. As Frank was, only one of the original members being there probably doesn't. True, you replace an entire roster of people and it doesn't have the same allure. And also, like, if you do that for 30 years, dude, it's going to grow stale at some point. So it might be a combination of both things. It's like, who cares? Who cares about these cunts? Like, who the fuck are they? They didn't start Rooster Teeth.
I mean, I guess that could be, but I don't know. I feel like over the years, I don't know. How do you feel about that, Frank? Because you more so than me even has been like an Achievement Hunter, fucking diehard, right? I guess, for lack of a better term.
I mean, I fell off a long time ago, but yeah.
But do you think that they could have kept it alive and, maybe, like I said, put some guys who are unknown on there who were wanting to move up?
That's what they were doing.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. So, like, those guys that were on there moving on to this new thing, that's how they got popular, right? Was they put them on there because it was an established name?
They shrunk, dude. Like, right before I left, they had, like, I want to say, like, 12 personalities.
Yeah.
And then you saw that video. They were down to, what, 4? Right?
Yeah, I think there's like 5 people on there.
Yeah. And none of them are ones I know, except, I know of Trevor and Michael, obviously, but the other guys, I don't know who the fuck they were.
Yeah. I don't know. To me, it's just interesting, even if you're not a fan of Rooster Teeth, right? It's still something that's interesting to me, even as an outsider, to see change happen, to see things kind of morph and evolve to where, these guys started literally in 2003 making fucking videos, machinima videos.
You talking about Rooster Teeth or?
No, I'm talking about Rooster Teeth in general. Like, I'm just talking about the overarching storyline here.
Was it? I thought it was like 2000.
No, I think it was, because they had to have been around when fucking Halo came out, which was 2000. I think when did the Xbox come out? In 2001, 2002. I feel like Rooster Teeth kind of organized in it was like in 2003. Because I feel like the beginning.
They started in 2003, yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like we watched, I have fond fucking memories of hijacking the fucking computer in the ROTC class and watching Red vs. Blue on there. Like, fond fucking memories of us doing that. And then, remember like we had to download the episode, like you couldn't even stream it because the internet was so bad. So we had to like download them on there. And then we would like download them on a disc and then we would take them home and fucking watch them. Like the new episodes that they would put up every week. And I mean, fuck, man. Honestly, like, not to sound fucking like, I don't know, I guess it is sentimental, I guess, but, or not to sound like a fucking, like a pussy or anything. Fucking, I have emotions. But like, I mean, honestly, Rooster Teeth, if I go back to the beginning, Red versus Blue and like them doing that and listening to them do their podcast and shit, like that probably is the original inspiration for me wanting to go down this path 20 years ago, when I was that or around that age, right? This was when I was like 18 or whatever. Like that was probably my initial push that kind of got me interested in maybe doing podcasting and buying all the original shit that I bought back in the day. And like, me and Frank literally said, oh man, like that was our original fucking idea, was a ripoff of Red versus Blue. It was, we were going to do it in Star Wars Battlefront. And I think we've talked about it before, but it was literally going to be the straight up, like the most rippy offest fucking like dumb kid, us being dumb kids, fucking ripping off these guys who made Red versus Blue. And we were going to try to fucking capitalize on it. And obviously we were stupid and also probably lazy, and just we wrote some stuff and then we just never did it. Like it never came to fruition. But I still think that was a great idea. It was a great idea. I mean, if we could have pulled it off, hey, maybe things would have been different, but it didn't turn out that way. So at the end of the day though, I still think that those guys doing that thing is what kind of got me to go down this path, I guess, where, yeah, maybe it's fucking taking me... And listen, those guys were not young dudes when they fucking started making that.
How old were they?
I think they were in their late 20s, or maybe a couple of them were even in their early 30s when they started doing Red vs. Blue, because some of them are like 50 now, in their 50s.
What were they doing at the time? Because they probably had careers, right?
Yeah, they were working... weren't they working at like a call center or something like that?
Different jobs.
Like, I remember 2 or 3 of them worked at the same place.
I think Matt, Jeff, and Bernie worked at a call center.
Yeah, it was like some kind of call center, and then somebody...
That's where they met, what's his name, too, who voices Sarge.
Yeah.
So 3 or 4 people just kind of had, a wagey...
Yeah,
job.
They had a wage cuck jobs, and then they just decided they wanted to do this shit for fun, and then it turned into, I don't know what their original motivation was, to be honest with you. I don't actually
probably have a good time, just make something stupid that.
But
they thought
like,
was
what's
fun.
funny is like back then, to do what they did was a shit ton of fucking work, because you had to fucking take your Xbox, okay, your original brick ass fucking Xbox, and you had to hook up a fucking separate device to it to capture the footage.
Yeah.
Then you had to fucking take each because it wasn't like you could go around and do this all at once. You had to like individually capture each character's fucking scenes and then put them together on an editing software back in 2003, which, Christ, I mean, I don't know if fucking the Adobe Suite existed as it does today back then.
Probably did, but
it was probably very primitive. And I mean, Christ, they might have even used Windows Movie Maker to fucking,
it's possible,
make some of those things. And then they would literally go into a closet and they would record the fucking audio for it.
It's genius, dude, because it's like you're not going to spend the extra money. Like, they probably, not to say they didn't have the money, but they're going to do what's necessary to get the job done. And it's like,
right.
That kind of, well, I don't know if it's innovation, but that kind of creativity to make up the difference for the things you lack is like that's like a telltale sign of people that are motivated to succeed, is that they'll find ways to make
it happen,
to make things work in whatever scenario.
Yeah, I mean, and that's true, because like, I mean, again, to kind of, we've talked about Kevin Smith before, but like that's kind of the thing, was he's like, he always says that shit about, oh man, you don't need to buy some fancy ass fucking video camera or whatever. You could literally take your fucking cell phone and shoot. Well, Christ. That's the reason why I'm fucking doing the fucking video series I'm doing, is because, again, I can't do it with people and actors, so I figured out a way to do it all on my own, just like they probably couldn't figure out how to do whatever it was they were going to do. So fuck it. Let's use this video game and use the basis engine of this whole video game and go in multiplayer and just use that to animate themselves. And then eventually it did turn into where they had an actual legitimate animation studio make animations of the characters, so they weren't doing that obviously anymore, because they got big enough to where that was happening. They got recognized by fucking Microsoft. I mean, Christ, what a great way to know that you made it is they put a game that you invented in your fucking Machinima series.
Like grip ball.
Yeah, you put that. They put that in the game.
It's still in the game.
Yeah.
It's still in Halo Infinite.
I mean, there's many things that Microsoft does wrong, right? But that is pretty cool that they acknowledge them. They're like, do whatever you want.
Was it for season 5 when they switched over? When they were doing the slow process of switching over to Halo 3? No, 2. I think it was season 5. I can't say. They actually brought them in to their Seattle studio for them to start recording before the game released or some shit like that.
Oh, that's fucking cool.
Yeah, because I remember I was one of the commentaries. They were talking about how they were doing the whole thing, and I guess one of the guys joined into their server trying to test out the system. And he started killing them while they were filming, and they just looking at him like, "Oh, okay," and just fucking left the game because he didn't realize what was going on.
Oh, that's funny. Well, like,
I had something to add real quick. So yeah, I think it's cool that Microsoft they weren't assholes and they're like, oh, you're using our video game to make content that you're. Well, I don't know if they were profiting at the time with what they were doing, but
they were only I think the only way they were making money was by buying the DVDs.
Yeah,
at the time.
But for like companies like Nintendo that have like these strict policies for streaming Smash tournaments like Super Smash Brothers Melee or whatever, they're like, no, you have to be one of the authorized fucking tournament organizations that we say you're good to go. Like, it feels like those companies that are like red taping things you can do with video content. Like, those guys are assholes, dude. Like, it's all free advertising for anything that you want to do with a video game, dude.
Yeah.
Like, why stop that?
Did you guys hear about Uplay? That Uplay, what's that engine that people like to use?
Oh, Unreal?
Unity.
No, Unity.
Oh, Unity?
Yeah, Unity. So it's made by EA, isn't it? Or Ubisoft? Or Ubisoft?
I don't know.
I don't know who actually makes that.
I don't know.
I think it's an open source engine, so it might have just been made by numerous people. So, or what wasn't it an open source engine?
I thought it was made by Unity or
Unity engine. Let's just see.
I don't know who made it.
Who makes
Ubisoft.
it? It's a cross-platform game engine developed by Unity Technologies, first announced and released in June of 2005.
Okay.
So, wow! Originally, it was a Mac OS game engine only. Like,
but then they realized, we can't run games.
Yeah, they were like, oh fuck, we might as well. We need to make this work. we need to make money, guys. Okay, so Unity Technologies is the name of the company that owns it.
Anyway, so the guy who's the president of it right now was formerly the president, I think, of EA or
yeah.
Okay.
And this is the guy that one of his pitches for the company to make more money was to charge people $1 every time for them to be able to reload their gun.
That's ridiculous.
So now, going with that mindset, he's now the president of Unity.
Okay.
And right now they just launched their new fuck you campaign. So basically they're gonna charge you $2 for every time someone downloads your game that you made with Unity.
Wait a minute. So, but don't you have to like license Unity anyways?
Nope. It's I don't know. I don't know the whole details. So, but basically they're saying that every time the game is downloaded,
the developer has to pay $2 to Unity.
Yeah, and then that's not even. There's a whole thing saying like, how are you going to tell the difference between a legit download and piracy? And then on top of that, there's a lot of people that use Unity just to make free games.
That's true.
And so if you have a free game and people download it,
well,
you have to pay
$2. Be losing money.
So it's going to cost you potentially fucking thousands of dollars if you make
a decent game. Licensing. Let's see what it says.
That's all good. I mean, because that means that the next gaming engine that'll be open source is going to work, or somebody will develop an open source gaming engine at some point. If it hasn't already been done, if anything, it just adds fuel to the fire for people to move away from Unity, as if it already hasn't.
I mean, people already been doing that because of the Unreal Engine.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, yeah. Okay, so I was just reading here on Wikipedia real quick, like about that. So what they used to do is it used to be just a straight flat licensing fee, and they would do it based on your company size. So like if you were a small company, you could license the Unity engine for $100,000 and that's it. Which if you're a small time game developer, that's like affordable.
Yeah.
And then obviously if you're like fucking Assassin's
Juggernaut.
Creed or fucking you're Ubisoft, okay, well guess what, bitch, it's like a couple $1 million. All right, go fuck yourself. But now they're doing like it says on there, where it's gone away from that completely, and is just so you don't pay any initial licensing fee, but you literally have to pay per download and it's called a runtime fee is what they're calling it. And so it's like it's a combination of like, and it's only on, or no, it's calculated per installation and charged monthly. And so it's only if you reach specific revenue and lifetime installation thresholds. So I guess that's unknown what that is, what those thresholds are.
Okay, that's like the way that Amazon Web Services works, where you use one of their like EC2 servers or whatever.
Okay.
And it charges you on like the bandwidth that you use of it. Mm-hmm. And there is like a threshold that you can meet, or you pay a certain amount, and like once you pass that threshold, then you pay the next tier and the next tier and the next tier, I think.
Yeah.
So that's fucking wild, dude. That's like, I mean, I get it. It's like the more money that a game would make, it's like, oh, we want a cut of that. We want a little piece of that.
Yeah.
Because we're technically responsible for what you guys made, because we provided the playground or the environment for you to make your fucking game.
Right.
Which I guess is understandable, but like
but
don't do it in a scummy way, dude.
Yeah, like that's fucking just being greedy. Like, or maybe because again, all that's gonna do is it's gonna push the developers who create things for free, the free games. It's gonna just push them. They're not gonna use Unity anymore, and it's gonna take. All it's gonna do also is then, well, what's gonna happen is with the big companies, what are they gonna do? Instead of them paying a couple $1 million or whatever the franchise fee was, okay, well now if you're charging $2 per sale and the game sells 10 million copies, well now it's 20. They're getting $20 million. So what are they going to do? They're going to build that $2 or whatever into just the price of the game. So now instead of the game's being 70, guess what? They're going to go to 72 or 74 or whatever the fucking number is. And I mean, listen, don't even get me started on. I hate that fucking increase in game prices, and I know. They claim it's because of advanced technologies and stuff and whatever.
Oh, dude!
But
Frank bringing up that Grand Theft Auto is going to be $150. Fucking A, dude.
Yeah, the rumors are.
Imagine if that's just the base game. If the fucking deluxe version's like $250.
Yeah.
Fucking A, dude.
And if they're gonna milk it like they milked 5, that means they're gonna be making re-releases like they do with fucking Skyrim.
So you
don't even bother with the first fucking iteration of the game.
Yeah, you might as well just wait. Yeah, you might as well just wait fucking 5 years until the real version comes out with everything in it. But, and that's the thing too, man. It's
I will give them credit though, because they don't charge for their DLCs.
Well,
they just
sure.
After they ass raped you for like.
I mean, here's the thing. I mean, I bought that game.
All you did was buy the game. Like, was it originally came out for the 360 and the 3? So yeah, those ones are no longer supported.
Right.
So you have to now play on the S and the 4 and the
right.
5.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, at the very least, you have to upgrade to stay with the current console, and but that's what, like $40 to $60, which it sucks, but it's understandable because they're remaking the game on a new platform, on the next gen console, and on top of that, unlike any other fucking game out there, you're getting the DLCs for free.
Sure, I can say that instance, okay, maybe, but
because look at fucking
for me,
look at Modern Warfare, dude.
Okay, yeah,
they're saying the new one. They're saying it could be like $10,000 or some shit like that for all the fucking shit that's gonna be on the season pass.
Okay,
so they're saying by the time you're done playing the new Modern Warfare, it might have cost you $10,000 in DLCs or like $1,000.
Yeah, something ridiculous. Yeah,
$1,000 in DLCs. So, would you rather pay $1,000 to keep getting the DLCs for a new game every whatever, or pay $60 every so often when the new console to get a new upgraded console version?
Yeah. Okay. Granted, sure, that is the lesser of two evils for sure. Mm-hmm. Because I still think it's fucked up. I mean, granted, like I said, they milked the shit out of it. But and guess what? But I'm an idiot though, and I bought it. I bought it on the 360.
I don't think it's an idiot thing. I just think it's
Christ, I even bought it on fucking PC. Okay, I bought that game like 5 fucking times. All right, so I've spent probably $300 fucking dollars on Grand Theft Auto 5 alone, and here I am still. But yes, Frank, I have not had to pay for any DLC at all.
Think about it. If it's $30 for each one, Grand Theft Auto has had like 12.
Yeah, sure. Granted, I've saved immense amounts of money.
And then compare it to like fucking Rockstar's other game, Red Dead Redemption. Remember where they discontinued the online and made you pay for a separate game version?
Right, yeah.
So I'm just saying, like, yeah.
Sure. They fuck you in different ways, is how it goes down.
I'm just saying, like, I understand Grand Theft Auto 5 in the sense that they're upgrading the game to keep it going.
Right.
While they still work on the next one, which the next one's finally starting to come out. But, what, it came out 2013? No, not that late. Was it?
Ah, shit. It came out a long ass time ago, I can tell you that much.
Let's see.
Either way, I mean, what do you think? Like, okay,
let me finish my point.
Well, while you're looking that up,
I'm gonna forgive you. Ew. Ugh. Sorry, it showed the remake of San Andreas.
Well, I mean, San Andreas was pretty good too.
Did you not see the shit that happened with this fucking? Yeah, I was right. 2013.
Okay, so it came out in 2013, so it's been out 10 years.
10 years. How long did it take them to make Starfield?
Shit, who
10
knows?
Years. A little over 10 years. Mm-hmm. Look how long it's taken to make the new Elder Scrolls. That if you want to talk about a game that fucking milked the gaming industry,
oh yeah,
it was Skyrim.
The fucking Skyrim shit milked everybody. I mean, that's fucking ridiculous.
God, I remember this fucking meme, dude. I was making a joke, and the guy just like appears out of nowhere in the middle of an alleyway.
Uh-huh.
He's like, "It worked. The time machine worked." But when am I? He looks at a window and says, Skyrim, Elder Scrolls 5, Skyrim, just released. When am I?
I mean, that's true. But, I don't know. It's shitty either way. Because if you're going to charge me up the ass for the game, but then at least I'm getting a full, complete experience for being up the ass, but then if you're still going to charge me up the ass, I might as well just be paying for fucking shit like all the other games are. Because now it's like, you're nickel and diming me in a different way, I guess.
Yeah, but
is how it feels like.
From what I understand, from the thing I was reading saying that, so the Grand Theft Auto 5 from 2013 has basically had to be rebuilt from the ground up to make it work on what was the one that came after 360? Xbox One?
Wasn't it the Series X?
No, it was Xbox One.
Oh, the One. Yeah, there you go. The Xbox One.
And then the One X.
Right.
And then now the Series ones.
Series ones, yeah, okay.
So that's 3 generations of consoles. And you can't blame Rockstar for that. You have to blame Microsoft and Sony for that because they're like, oh, let's make a new console every year now instead of making them last for 4 or 5 years.
Well, I mean, I think, okay, I don't know if that's necessarily a fair argument because Grand Theft Auto...
Does anyone remember the Xbox Series, the Xbox One X?
Okay, but what I'm saying is that it originally came. Grand Theft Auto originally came out towards the end of the life cycle of PS3 and Xbox 360.
Did it? I don't think it was so.
It was towards the natural what the end should have been in that area because it didn't come out on all those consoles obviously at the same time. Xbox One X release date. When was that?
Well, no, the Xbox One released in 2013. So yeah, it literally came out. It came out for the 360, and that same year, the next console was already announced. It was already coming out.
Yeah, but the Xbox 360 was released in 2005.
Yeah, but you get my point.
That's what I'm saying. That was the end of the life cycle of the Xbox 360, right?
Yeah, but I'm just saying, it came out on the 360, and then the fucking next generation console was already coming out. So they already had to scramble to make a version that can work on the X.
Well, they had already been making it from the beginning that it was going to be on the fucking Xbox, whatever the next consoles were. And then in 2000 from 2005 to 2013 is what? 8 years? So then that's how long the 360 lasted, and then the Xbox One came out.
It lasted so long on the 360, it got Platinum Edition. Remember that shit, Platinum Edition? And greatest hits for PlayStation.
Oh yeah, I remember the greatest hits in the Platinum Edition for the Xbox, man. That little
when a game got golden, so they re-released it, but at a cheaper price.
But it was it was lower. It was like $19.99 or whatever. Yeah. Man, those were the days when you could get games for $19.99. Fuck, man. Not anymore. You can't. Fuck, you're lucky if you can get them for $40 when they're on sale. But anyways,
that's another fucking bag of nails. Why am I paying the same price for a digital copy that the physical copy is?
That is true. I 100% fucking agree.
Yeah, there's no medium for. There's no middleman between.
And now,
right?
And then now we found out that, oh yeah, you can buy a digital copy, but Microsoft or fucking, I guess in this case Steam or I think it was Origin or whatever, could just say, yeah, we bought it, but we're just gonna erase it, so you have to rebuy it. You don't own it. You don't own the digital. You bought it, but you don't own it.
So it's like you're renting it, basically. Mm-hmm. You're paying the full price of the game just to rent it until they decide, no,
that's why
you can't have it anymore.
Physical copies are starting to make a comeback. Because people are like, oh, yeah, now I can't protect my shit online anymore, so I might as well have the physical copy, which they can't take away from me.
I mean, that's true.
And then I'm like, oh, that's a good idea. I look at my Xbox Series S. Oh, shit.
Shit. I don't have a disc drive. Shit, man. I got a disc drive, but fuck, dude. Like, I don't have the space for all that anymore. Yeah, I mean, fuck, man.
I really don't want to have any of that. It just takes up too much space, and it's not even worth it, dude. It's just easier to have everything be digital.
Yeah, but I don't want to spend like several hundreds upon hundreds of dollars to build a game library for them to just shut it down on me and say, sorry. Like, look at the guys who bought the Stadia or whatever, and like they lost all that game. There's nothing they can do about it.
Yeah, that's true. I think Steam came in and said that, if you send us the thing of your library, we'll give you like the games for like $1 each or something like that. Like, we'll help you out. Like, we'll be cool guys. I don't know if that's the exact number, but they gave them some discount, which was like, hey, that's cool. But also, I mean, to me, I didn't buy. I thought the Stadia was a fucking sweet idea, the Google Stadia thing,
which is underperformed.
Well, it's because Microsoft did it better. They made it's digital cloud gaming, but they put it on the Xbox. And if you have the choice of a library,
I don't think they did it better because it's still not available to everybody.
Well, okay, in the sense
it's still in the beta.
Sure, I guess. Oh, maybe I have access to it because I'm an insider. Oh, that's true. I guess that's true. I guess I fucking probably have access to shit when people don't because I'm an Xbox insider. But I will say that Xbox fucking did it better because I've played it and I saw.
Yeah, it can't do the same. It can't do the selling point that the Stadia whatever had.
Which was what?
Where I'm playing in the living room. I'm gonna go upstairs on my computer and just continue exactly where I left off.
Okay, sure. But that novelty is not likely.
It would have been fucking great for me because I had to fucking disconnect my Xbox to go from my bedroom to my living room.
Well, yeah, you could have just because it's all based on the controller, right?
That would have been fucking great if I could just sit in the living room. And then I'm like, oh, man, I want to lay down. So I go into my bedroom, lay down, and continue playing the game.
Because all you're doing is basically launching an app on the TV, right?
Which I know Microsoft is going to do because they've already had it where you can continue playing on your phone. Then they have the fucking, what's that, Steam Deck? But there's a different version of it that works with the mic.
It's like there's like an NVIDIA version, I think, that made or something like that, where you can continue playing.
It's the Asus ROG.
Is that what it is? Okay, it's Asus then. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, so I'm saying, like, Microsoft is working on that. Which is why people are suggesting that, there might be a Microsoft TV coming out soon.
I mean, shit, that would make sense. I'd probably buy it. Mm-hmm. Because, I mean, shit, if I converted all my TV here, and then my TV upstairs, and then shit my PC monitor to a Microsoft TV, shit, it would be a seamless transition from everything. And, shit, why isn't Sony... Because Sony has a similar thing where you can do... the cloud gaming thing or whatever, but it sucks because you got to be on the tier of the fucking PlayStation Plus that can do it. You can't. It's like they lock. What is it called?
As opposed to Microsoft's.
It's just
an insider.
Well, I mean, okay, but I don't pay extra for that. That was free. I signed up for that for free. So, and I think anybody can. I don't know if anybody can still do it, but I don't pay any extra for that. That was a free program that honestly, I don't even know how the fuck I got into it. I might have accidentally gotten into it, and because like I always get the new updates for the Xbox like before Frank. So he's like, "Oh, how does your fucking home screen look like that?" And I'm like, "I don't know. It's just what I got." So it's like the new version before everybody else gets it, I guess, which is what the program is. And so yeah, I have access to the Game Pass gaming, the cloud gaming. And it's like, but when that's going to come out, it's not going to be on a separate tier. It's just going to be, well, it's part of the same price that you get. Just that's it. You get it for $16.99 a month or whatever it is. You get Xbox Live Gold, and then you get, well, that's not a thing anymore, but you just get online access and Game Pass access. Boom. Whereas with PlayStation, it's like, oh, if you pay this tier, you just get online access. And then, oh, if you pay this tier, you get the online access, plus you get to have a little bit of games online. And then, oh, if you play the top tier, then you get access to everything, and you can stream the games digitally instead of having to actually like download a lot of them. Which, again, it's not perfect. There are some hiccups still with that technology, but it's still cool to just be like, oh, I don't have to actually download a game anymore. I can literally just click a button and it'll like play on the cloud, which is weird. And yeah, like I said, there's a little bit of lag sometimes if your internet's fucked or if
like if I try playing Starfield right now on your Xbox, because you know how you have that quick start.
Oh yeah.
It'll erase it from my fucking home, my console at home, and then it would have forced me to start over from the last time I saved on your console. So say if I play for an hour between saves,
yeah,
it erases that. So it's not. That's still not. It's still not seamless. So.
Well, I think that's because we are fucking doing the thing where it's not.
That's their thing. They introduced it. It's not like we're hacking the system.
Well, I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like because I think the way we have that set up, I think that's probably why it does that.
I know. I get that, but I'm just saying that that's not something that's like a hack or anything. It's something that they should know. Hey, this is an issue.
Yeah, but I think it gives priority to the home console save regardless. I think that's probably what it does. This is your home console. This is mine.
But it deletes. If I do it here, it does the exact same thing when I go home.
Well, yeah, it deletes it off of yours. And you would start from here.
If I start playing here right now, and then I go home and start playing Starfield again, it's going to delete what I did here.
It won't pick up from where you left off here?
No, it won't do it either way.
That's dumb.
That's what I'm saying. There's holes in the system.
I don't know. Well, it's a technology that they're perfecting, I guess. I don't know. Maybe they'll figure that shit out eventually. Anyways. All right. So, I mean, we strayed a little bit from the original topic of Rooster Teeth, but whatever. I guess we fucking talked about it enough. But now that we're on video games.
The Unity thing.
We
were done with that.
Did we get done with that?
I don't think there was anything else.
Yeah.
They're bastards.
Right. Yeah. Fuck them. But anyways, okay. Now that we got off of that, we're on the topic of video games now. So
$1 to reload your gun in Call of Duty.
Man, that's fucked up. I mean,
or
God,
Battlefield, I guess.
Yeah, that's fucked up. Anyways, Adam, you had something about video games you want to talk about?
Yeah. I mean, not that it's all that much of a thing, but
yeah.
Certainly something that I enjoy as far as video games is Street Fighter.
Oh yeah.
And I fucked off on playing Street Fighter 6 for a minute because I just got like I plateaued at one point. It was like in Diamond 3. And then I don't know what happened, but I came back to the game and shit just started clicking for me.
Yeah.
And I think what was it, Sunday night or no wait, I think it was Monday. Wait, what day is it?
Today's Tuesday.
Okay, it might have been Sunday or Monday. It's probably Monday.
We'll just split the difference and call it Saturday.
Yes. But I achieved, and this is only the beginning, dude. This is how fucking bad like fighting games are. Is like, okay, you achieve the highest rank, but get ready for the gauntlet of fucking players that know how like all the ins and out, all those specific things. Man. But I was pretty proud of myself. I'm like, I finally made it to master rank, and that was after the fact that I was low key hating the game and the character that I play because she has some bad matchups against some of the other characters, and I'm just like, everybody's playing this fucking character, and I'm just not having it. So
all right, because I know I play Street Fighter, right? But I by no means am like an expert in Street Fighter, so I really don't understand what the fuck you're talking. So when you play online, just for people who don't fucking play Street Fighter, when you play online, there's like a ranking system, kind of like where you get matched up with people who are of similar skill, I guess, based on your win-loss record or whatever.
Points.
Okay,
so there's like you go from rookie to master.
Okay.
And each rank has 5 levels.
Like tiers?
Yeah, so you might be like rookie 1, Rookie 2,
Okay.
and so on. And then once you achieve Rookie 5 and you hit the next level, it's going to be like bronze,
Okay.
silver.
So
Gold,
once
yeah.
you attain a rank, can you get demoted if you go on like a losing streak?
Yeah, there is like a protection thing after you reach a certain rank.
Okay.
That you'll have like a buffer. So if you are at say 1,011 points, right, and that's bronze 1.
Okay.
If you lose your match, because you lose like 40 points if you lose a match.
Okay.
So that'll put you at like, technically it should put you at, let's say, fucking 990 something, whatever,
okay.
and that'll put you back in rookie
5 or whatever.
Yeah. And but for every time that you level up, you're given like a second chance to continue advancing in like the newest rank that you achieve. So
Okay.
So if you were gonna go back to rookie 5, like with the 999 points that you have,
Yeah.
you actually get saved, and you're cut at a lot. Like the only amount of points that you lose is like 11 points. So you're at 1,000, which is what? Yeah. So it
Which
just
is
kind
what you need. Okay.
Yeah. So, but if you lose another match
Then
after
you
that,
go back down.
You go back down. You're fucked.
So you get another chance,
Yeah.
basically. So that is a pretty major accomplishment to get to the master rank. Now, is it overall or is it with a certain character?
Oh,
Like, you
it's
have-
character specific. Yeah.
So you did it for this one character.
Yeah.
What's the character?
Her name's Lily. She's kind of like she has these. I don't know if they're not hammers, but they're there's some kind of fucking mace device. Like
Okay.
it's like a wooden flat stick,
Oh,
and
all
at
right.
the very end of it is like a ball. It's supposed to be like. I guess it kind of like is reminiscent of like Aztec
Oh, okay.
like battle axe. I don't know.
Yeah, all right.
But she's cool. Like her thing is that she has to be in your face or whatever, and like that's where her majority of her like offense is being up close.
Okay.
So if she's facing characters that are like long range and keep you at arm's length all the time, she doesn't fare that well. Like your margin for error for how you get in is like so small.
Okay.
That you have to like literally walk step by step to make sure you don't eat shit from something that, you know, the other character can throw a projectile or stick out their limbs from like
Yeah.
100 feet away or some shit. So that's the part I was struggling with, was like everybody that was playing online was playing this character. Not to say he's easy fucking unga bunga like type of character, but a lot of people took a liking to that specific character because they have a lot of great tools, as one would put it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
Awesome. All right.
Yeah.
What?
I was just looking at her. Yeah, she uses those Aztec clubs, but not the ones that use volcanic glass. They use like it's a ball.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think they're more. Honestly, I think they're more Peruvian than they are.
It's like a war club, kind of, I guess.
Well, she's Mexican, but
Yeah, but,
well, yeah.
I mean the clubs. They're more because the Aztecs use the
like
obsidian.
Obsidian, like with the jet. Yeah,
Is there any like reason in particular why you chose that character? Or?
probably because she was Mexican, and I'm like,
Aztec shit's cool.
she's part of some like fucking native tribe in Mexico. I don't know if it's an actual tribe, but it's called the Thunderfoot tribe. And there was a previous character named T-Hawk that he has like a similar moveset, but she is like a little bit different in that she's a smaller character. She has the same like
Does she have a smaller hitbox?
yeah, she definitely does, but she has like she retains the command grab that character had, but she does it in a different way. She has like this diving attack where she flies in the air and she, you know, goes down and attacks you, or she does the exact same move but in a horizontal fashion. But she also has like a move that's unique to her that's not from the previous character where she swings her clubs at you. But yeah, her character, like her moveset is so kind of like, it's odd because she doesn't do anything well. She just has like a lot of nice things.
Yeah.
But I don't know if all of it works together because she's a command grab character, meaning that she's like a grappler. So her main point of damage is being up close and grabbing you and then doing the command grab or whatever. And
Yeah.
that's where like most of your damage comes from. Whereas other characters, they're like more combo based, or some of them could be like mix up. So that means like getting hit high or low. You're basically guessing like all the time. So there's
Yeah.
like different archetypes, but she's definitely a grappler character, but she doesn't have the some of the same tools as like other grappler characters that make them more like, I feel like she gets the least out of what she does. Like for other characters, they get a little bit more.
Right. So you're saying it's like harder to.
Yeah. I probably shouldn't be saying that because I don't know. It's just, I only have my opinion about the character.
Yeah,
it doesn't reflect like what the consensus is, but I just it's a grind with her, dude. Like, and the consensus seems to be that she's one of the lower tier characters, but I just like who I like, and that's what I stick with. So
no, that's you go with what you like, and now that you've attained master rank, so that means you're just going to be fighting other dudes who are like fucking have reached that level with a character. So motherfuckers who know what they're doing. For real.
Like, no, I mean, this is basically to say that you don't suck. Like, you're somewhat decent, right?
So, now, I don't know if this is a fucking loaded. I don't know if it's a loaded question or not, but do you think, or does getting a master, being able to take a character into master rank competitively online, does that put you in any kind of not potential, but do you think you could maybe fight against other dudes in like
real
actual tournaments and stuff?
I think I could, because
stand a chance.
Yeah, because I don't know what the player base is. I know it's like somewhere above a million people, right? Like 1.5 million, or let's just say it's 1.5 million, right?
Yeah.
Of the people that are in master rank, only like that subset of people is probably maybe, I don't know what the number is, but I think it's like 50,000. 50 to 100,000. So think about that. Like, I'm better than
90%.
I'm like in the 97th percentile of like people that play the game. So, I mean, I think the degrees of separation is knowing like the fucking minute details of specific situations. Like, oh, when this attack does this, I'm supposed to respond exactly in this fashion. I don't have all the answers for that, but people that are in the higher ranks, they fucking do. Like,
so do you think is it more of a math based analytical type mentality that you got to have that type of, okay, you're literally adding up like what they're doing, and then okay, cool, you're
not in this game anymore.
No, it's
before in Street Fighter V, like you could. That one, you could kind of look at frame data, which would tell you like, oh, if I throw this button out, I'm +4 on block, meaning that I have 4 frames that I can play with. If I have a button that's 4 frames, like the startup is 4 frames.
Yeah.
So say I do this, right? Like it's a light punch.
Do a light punch.
It's 4 frames, and then it has +3 on block or something. That means it's going to come out 5 frames quicker, which means that technically it'd be coming out in one frame. So if your opponent doesn't have a button that's 1 frame, which they won't, they can't. That's not their turn.
Yeah. Okay.
But this game has mechanics where pretty much all that goes out the window, where you're making reads, or you're making your best guess of what you make of the situation. So
is it more of like a rock paper scissors, and you're just guessing what they got?
That's all fighting games is. It's like glorified rock paper scissors and chess. Like you're So I mean, instead of fucking rock paper scissors, it's kicks, punches, and throws with the thrown in thing of like fireballs and special moves and all that shit. But,
okay.
Yeah, so wait, what was your question again?
Well, my original question was about, do you think that you could fucking actually like compete not compete competitively, that's redundant, but do you think you could have a chance competitively against actual...
Will I go 0-2? Probably not. I think I can win a couple. I can score a couple rounds. Yeah. Will I be fucking top 3 at a tournament or actually win it? I don't think so, because I haven't put enough time to justify like going out to a tournament. Well, not to say that I couldn't do it, but I just don't think that my knowledge of like character specific situations is not nearly as substantial as other people.
What sort of time requirement or dedication level would it take, do you think, to get to that point where you could competitively go against dudes at like tournaments?
Oh, I don't know, dude. I think I would say maybe it's a full-time job thing.
Yeah. What has been the time commitment to get you to master rank, I guess?
Oh, I mean, shit.
How many hours do you think you've put in?
When I have the opportunity to go, like, play as much as because there is a point where I get burned out.
Sure, yeah.
So I think it's like 2 or 3 hours that I put
At a time.
And this isn't like I used to spend time going into training mode to learn things that like put me in advantageous situations.
Yeah.
But this time I'm like, fuck all that. I'm just going to go online and play ranked. And I figured things out on the way. It was all trial by fire. And some people are able to pick up things more quickly, and maybe I'm slower than the average person or not. I don't know. But it's all for you to go from rookie to master, I think it all depends on how quickly you can pick up patterns and how it's almost like poker too, because you're kind of trying to once you understand somebody's behavior, like you start kind of appropriately responding to that, and they might switch it up on you. They might have conditioned you to react a certain way after you press like a button,
right?
And 3 of the 5 times you punish it correctly, but then like they put themselves just out of range that you stick out your longest button and you get punished, like, and that's the one that cost you like the round or some shit.
Yeah.
But it's just like it's weird. It's like conditioning your opponent to certain things, or it's just I don't know how else to put it. It's like rock, paper, scissors, chess, and psychology, all wrapped into one. This is how I would boil down fighting games.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Would you, if we entered you into a tournament, would you try it? Would you do it?
Yeah, I would. I mean, shit, I would love to. I don't know if I would, how frequently I would do it, but when the next Evo,
well, I'm just saying, like, when the next something comes around.
Yeah, when the next Evo comes around, like, I'll definitely, I would love to go out to it and just.
Where is it at? Is it like?
It's in Vegas.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so here's the thing, though. Like, I've played in tournaments before.
Yeah.
And you're kind of just like, you sit around for a good minute waiting for your matches. So that shit kind of like gets to me because I get bored easily.
Yeah, well, if me and Frank go with you and we fucking be your hype guys, like, fucking.
But then again, there are other people that I've known for like the last couple of years that also go to the tournament that I can. Dude, I swear to God, like one of the best experiences was going to Evo in 2019, and this guy named Laughing Coffin, like that's his gamer tag.
That's an SAO thing.
Huh?
That's an SAO thing.
Yeah, well, he definitely loves Sword Art Online, but
the wrong part of SAO, if that's the name of his fucking thing.
But he was like he's a pretty decent player because we used to go to like Super Arcade, and he usually would place pretty high in the tournaments. But then again, there was only like 8 people. But California just has really good players in general, so like if anybody shows up to the tournaments, they're probably pretty fucking decent, and they're probably like in the higher end or the higher percentile of the game itself. So I mean, but anyways, this guy, so he played. I don't know what round he was at.
All right,
but he was playing somebody that was sponsored, which was fucking great because he's not sponsored.
He's like a nobody.
Yeah, so this guy was like, I think he won the first game, and then I started cheering for the dude, like, my buddy or whatever in the background, and like me and his girlfriend were like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, let's go. And we were hyping him up, and the other guy was fucking getting annoyed, and and he actually ended up losing the match. Well, not my friend, but the guy that he was playing. So my friend won 2 straight games, getting him to the next round or whatever, and this guy fucking threw his controller. I'm like, I think I had a hand in that. So I think even if I don't, if I play in the tournament and I lose or whatever, like even going just to root for your homies and just kind of ruin somebody else's day, dude. It's fucking great, dude.
I mean, listen,
it's fucking great.
That's
dude.
what I would do. I mean, listen, when we enter, Game Rage Magazine could sponsor Adam to be in the fucking event, and then me and Frank just be there and literally ruin other people. We could do psychological warfare on people, and ruin their fucking good time.
Yeah,
just to be assholes.
Yeah. So I mean, it was, like I said, it was such a cool moment because this guy, he had like a certain swagger for himself. Like he's like, oh, I'm sponsored and all this shit. And our friend over here, like, who played locally here, not knowing how good he was compared to like the tournament that's like a world event in terms of fighting games. This guy fucking lost to my buddy. I'm like, Eat shit, dude.
Yeah, who was he sponsored by? Like, who?
I don't know,
Who the
but-
fuck's like?
Well, I don't know, but all I knew is the guy had like a proper fucking like
a sponsor.
esports jersey. So
Damn, bro, I'm gonna have to make you an esports jersey. This is
Yeah.
gonna be legit. Oh, man, this is gonna be so much fun.
yeah, but yeah, I definitely like go out to. I've been meaning to, but yeah, I think I ended up like taking care of my sister's dog this past Evo, which would have been the inaugural tournament for Street Fighter 6, but maybe
Yeah.
next year, like if we all.
Oh no, not maybe.
Yeah.
Definitely next year. All right, we're doing that.
Yeah.
We're fucking Game Rage will sponsor you, and
Yeah.
fucking we will go to this event, and that will be fucking awesome.
Yeah.
All right, that's our trip for next year. Then that's where we're going. That's gonna be our company outing.
Yeah.
is to go to Evo in Vegas and root Adamon and try to ruin people's day.
Yeah.
It's gonna be awesome.
Well, anyways, what
yeah.
do you have more questions or is that? it?
I don't know. I think that was pretty much it because I was just curious about how that kind of works in general and what. I mean, you explained it very well about Street Fighter and how all that kind of is tied in and how it works. So
Yeah.
I don't think I have no further questions this time, Your Honor.
Yeah, the defense rests. So what are you guys' like crowning achievement moments in fight or not fighting games, but video games themselves? If you had any to remember,
Man, I would say for me, definitely beating the fucking Ninja Turtles in Time game.
Oh, yeah,
on
that
the
game's
Super
sweet.
Nintendo, man, like that. I fucking tried. Man, when I was a kid, dude, I was not that good at those games, and man, it was just putting in the work just to fucking beat that game. I was just so happy when I finally beat it. Like, and no cheat codes, no nothing, just legitimately beat the fucking game. And then, God, I don't know, man. Like, I feel like I don't know why, but Viva Pinata, man, that was.
Viva. I've never actually played that game.
I have such fond memories of collecting those stupid little. Maybe it reminds me of Pokemon, I guess. And not to say that beating Pokemon isn't on that list of things that are achievements, but I don't know why. I felt like just fucking that Viva Pinata game on the Xbox 360. Just something about that game. I just loved it, and I don't know. Just when I finally, I don't know, beat it or whatever it was.
What are you supposed to do in that game?
You just collect fucking
Farm.
you just farm. It's like what's that farming game? Harvest Moon or no?
Harvest Moon?
I don't know. It's
Stardew
like
Valley,
Stardew Valley.
Harvest
It's kind of like that, and you just you just farm and you collect little fucking pinata animals that fucking show up and they roll around. You make them fuck each other and then they create other. I don't know. It's
What the
like,
fuck?
Yeah, it's like weird. Like it's a weird thing. Like it was fun. I mean, God, I haven't played that game in fucking forever, but yeah, that's the gist of what I remember. So, I don't know. What about you, Frank?
Did you see that Dr. Disrespect won his lawsuit against Twitch?
Did they say why he got sued or why he got removed?
Because they were because of all those false allegations against them.
False allegations about what?
I don't know. That's why I remember that there was a bunch of shit that went down with him, and Twitch fired or got rid of their 3-year contract with him. So he sued them for unlawful disclosure of the contract, and he won $3 million.
Damn.
And now he's going after them for following false allegations to terminate them.
Damn. Well,
I thought it was because he like just decided to leave for YouTube and it was
Well, he had to because they got rid of him.
yeah.
Do you find that weird that a lot of Twitchers are switching over to YouTube?
No, because it seems like Twitch's
Is
platform
it out?
is just in the same way that what you were talking about with the Unity company being headed by
They started nickel dime people.
yeah, like I think a number of Twitch streamers have mentioned like how to improve the service. And
go fuck
they're like, go fuck yourselves. We run this bitch. We're Amazon. And YouTube, the only thing YouTube hasn't done right, one thing they have done right is the fact that you can watch old, like the way that it's cataloged in the YouTube fashion where you can go check
Like a
the
playlist?
VODs.
Yeah.
Twitch has done a shit job as far as like
Well, that's
the
what
VODs.
I always understood that Twitch streamers like to put their VODs on YouTube because it's
Yeah.
an easier way to
Because it's the interface works in that way, right? Like to catalog videos in a
Does Twitch pay streamers if people watch their VODs?
I don't know how that works actually, but
So obviously YouTube they will because they get paid by views and ads.
I think they might just because at certain points like ads are run, I think on replays. Like if you watch replays on I don't remember actually because I don't really watch the old replays on Twitch.
Well, it's like because a lot of the guys I watch that play D&D, they do it on Twitch, and I just watch their VODs that they put on YouTube.
Yeah,
because
it's way easier, dude.
It's so much fucking,
and it's cataloged in a good way. Like it's easy. It's easy. And Twitch, like you can't siphon through a number of clips or even like the VODs themselves, like the whole entire stream. Like it doesn't. It's kind of egregious, dude. Like to look at it and you're like, oh, I wanted to find this specific clip. Well, you have to go. Like if you cared about some Twitch streamer, like you would go to subreddits to go find one specific thing that people were posting about.
Yeah,
it's easier in that way. Then that like that's the easiest way you can get it from like Twitch itself, right?
It's funny too, like with on the YouTube side, like with these guys I used to watch back when they had was the Unexpectables was a D&D campaign.
Yeah,
and there were a lot of fucking jokes that I liked about it. Like there was this one series of jokes that I thought was fucking hilarious.
Yeah,
and I don't have to go watch the VODs to try to know because people would make clips of that and put it on YouTube.
Yeah.
So I can actually just type in Borky kills Panic by accident with lightning spear.
Yeah.
And they cut a clip comes up of it because somebody already put it up there and I don't have to go looking through all the fucking videos for it.
Yeah.
Interesting.
The only thing I could say that YouTube hasn't done right is their user interface for the stream itself and the chat. I mean, on mobile, it's like all right, but if you were like a desktop user, like if you just want to watch a Twitch or rather a YouTube stream, I do not like the layout of it itself.
Is it not customizable like it is on Twitch?
I don't know if Twitch itself is like customizable, but
like,
it's just
people can make a layout and shit like that.
Well, not not so much the layout. It's like I'm talking about is like the interface, like the way the chat is sorted and like the stream and all the information for like the stream. There's something about what YouTube does that I don't like, and I think a lot of people don't it also. But I think that's something that they can easily like adjust, and once they do that, once they make it,
figure that out,
once they figure out like something that works, or if they just literally copy the fucking Twitch platform in their own way, I think it's over for like Twitch, because I think a number of people have been discontent with how the company has been going, and I think how they've been paid out, because now I think they're getting paid a reduced amount, or like what they're earning off their streams is like significantly less than what it was in the past.
Do you know? Do you know a podcaster, a Twitcher, he's Schlett or something like that?
What?
Schlett or something like that?
Maybe I don't know.
He's like a big bearded dude, not big, but I think one of the things he got famous for was like he would get drunk and do the car simulators for like American truck simulators, like that, like crash.
Yeah.
That sounds fucking awesome.
Yeah. Like one of the ones he was like going, chat, I'm okay. I haven't, as he's literally talking to chat and the car's still going and he's plowing through people. I didn't crash. I'm okay. Why am I upside down? But there's this chick that he streams with. She's like, she's Irish. She's like blue hair and shit like this.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you know who she is.
No, I don't.
Well, I was watching one of her. She was doing an interview, and she was saying that because Ireland isn't part of the EU or part of some kind of system.
Well, one portion of it, like the northern
Northern Ireland is part of
the UK.
Yeah, but the southern part isn't.
Yeah.
So she's talking about how like, oh yeah, on my stream I can make like $10,000 a month, or some shit like that. But you know, Twitch being an LA company, I have to pay taxes to Los Angeles and California. And then the money gets sent over to me, and because I'm not part of the EU or whatever, I have to pay taxes to Ireland and whatever. So by the time it gets to her, she gets like $4,000 or some shit, she was saying.
God damn, that sucks.
Yeah. So I'm wondering, like, is there a way, because YouTube is based in Silicon Valley, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, but here's the thing though, like they can't.
But remember, Newsom made that whole shit where, because remember when Joe Rogan left, and he still had to pay taxes on the money he got from Spotify?
Well, no, he just had to pay, I think, on the first year, because he signed the deal, but I don't think he had to pay on the rest of it. I think it was just like the first year he had to pay the income tax.
From what I understand, there's a lot of companies that can't move because they're still going to charge them taxes for like 4 or 5 years, the way Newsom worded the law.
I don't know about that, but that is because you have a social security number that the U.S. government can track or that the state can track, right?
Right.
So, like, if you're in a foreign fucking country and you don't have any of that, well, they're going to send you the thing and then...
No, Twitch has to pay the taxes before they send it out on U.S. soil because they're based in the U.S. So it's the money's being taxed by Twitch, by California, and I think maybe even the federal government. I don't know. Before it can even be sent out to her, who's in Ireland, and then now Ireland's like, "Hey, where's our cut?"
Well, see, then that's where like I don't know. I think Twitch is fucking up because they're claiming that as income, but they're paying it out as like employee, like it's like not employee, but like contractor salary technically, right? Like that's what you're paying out as.
You have to pay taxes on that.
Yeah, well, that's the independent contractor is responsible for paying the taxes on it. So like she would be responsible if California wanted to try to go after her, but then she could be like, well, fuck you, I'm over here, you can go fuck yourself.
I don't know, maybe there's some kind
and that's the other thing, man. I don't understand how on the internet, not to interrupt you or anything, but like not how on the internet if I am in another country and I'm literally doing a stream that's worldwide, but yet just because the company is based somewhere else, why should I have to pay taxes on that?
Maybe
They're paying.
Maybe it's the same thing that you're going through with your thing you were talking about earlier, where she has to pay for the service there because Twitch has to pay taxes on everything.
Yeah, they will.
So maybe they're making part of their agreement is, hey, you got to pay your share of the taxes to us that we have to pay for you right off the bat. So maybe that's the way Twitch is doing.
Oh, that could be why why it's been less and less is because now they're saying, okay, now we're just going to take out what the income taxes of what we have to pay on this money to pay for it. So if their corporate tax on that $10,000 is $3,000, well, we're just taking that out. Yeah. And then we're going to send you the rest.
We got our share that we got to take out.
Right. And then we're going to just send you the remainder. And then Ireland says,
like, hey, you made $4,000. Yeah. You got to pay us the taxes on that.
You got to pay your taxes on that $4,000 that you took. And then now she's walking away with $2,500.
That fucking suck if you had to pay on the gross.
Oh, yeah. On the whole number.
Yeah.
Like they're like, oh, well, you made $10,000 over there, but you never saw any. You only saw 4 of it.
You only saw 4 of it, but you're still paying for the $10,000.
Well, guess what? That's exactly what I'm going through with this thing.
Yeah.
Is it's like, oh, if you got, let's say the total number was 60,000, right? Or let's say it's $80,000, but you only walked away with what you got of your portion was like 25,000. Well, you still got to pay taxes on you pay taxes on the total amount, the 80. So it's like, well, I only walked away with $25,000, so taxes on 80 is like $20,000. So like, oh, now I just basically end up with $5,000. Like this is fucking horse shit. Like why am I even gonna do anything? So yeah, so that is probably exactly what the fuck it is. Man, that's fucked up, dude. That sucks.
Yeah.
Because then it's like, man, what's the point of even doing it then? I mean, I guess $2,500 is better than no bucks. Mm-hmm. But then it's like, fuck, man. I don't know. That sucks.
Wait, where were we going with the streaming stuff?
Oh yeah, we're just talking about the difference between Twitch and YouTube.
I don't think we were going anywhere with it. I think we were just talking about it. Yeah, a conversation.
Oh yeah, discussion. I will say that YouTube has done a lot of things.
I don't know why you keep thinking that we have points to our
That's true. That's true. That we don't.
That's true. That's true.
Especially on this podcast, there are no points to anything.
We are literally a broken.
I think the one thing I know for sure is that there needs to be. I already know you have a few catchphrases, Josh. At the end of the day is one of them.
Yeah. Okay. That's fact.
Shit. Wait, I forgot the other ones, but at the end of the day was one of them.
Yeah.
And see, here's the thing. Yeah.
I'm gonna make sure it's with just me doing thumbs up and then just be like at the end of the day.
Yeah. At the end of the day.
See, here's the thing.
Yeah.
That's my aliens one. See, here's the thing.
Dude, you have your own Triple H-isms, dude, because Triple
right,
H-isms are like, what? In this business.
Yeah. I'm the game.
See, here's the thing. That's funny.
That's
funny.
Yeah. See, here's the thing.
Yeah, Triple H is, he says, here's the thing.
Don't forget about his most popular one.
What is his most popular one?
What you talking about, Willis?
That would be a cool shirt. Like, what was that thing you were talking about the other day about like a joke that in the Dragon Ball Z thing, it's like referencing some event that has nothing to do with anything, or like, oh well,
You gotta be more specific when it comes to Dragon Ball.
Oh yeah, it was the one with like I remember what you're talking about.
The jock
strap incident or something like that.
Team 4-star?
Yeah.
What is that specifically called?
It's a type of joke. I forget what it's called. I even said in the episode I couldn't remember what the type of joke it's called.
But yeah, it'd be funny if Josh had the same thing as like, yeah, what are you talking about? We've never fucking said that before. But
And I just start saying it.
Have his face on the shirt.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've noticed that you have a few phrases that you go back to very frequently.
Yeah. That's probably true.
And those need to be converted into shirts at some point.
I think you're right. I think that's a good idea. Let's monetize my autism. All right. Like,
At the end of the day,
I
will profit.
You will pay money for this shirt. That's what it'll say.
Yeah. But yes, getting back to your like the streaming thing, I think it's only a matter of time before YouTube just becomes the monopoly on streaming itself and also video on demand, I suppose. Just because of what they already do so well that they'll figure it out when it comes to the interface for their streaming the streaming aspect of YouTube. So I think everybody will start migrating to YouTube at some point. Plus they're like God damn, it's such a cool, like it's a great website. Like
just to go back to that, apparently it's referencing something called the noodle incident.
The noodle incident.
Yeah,
okay.
so like this one that says the girl's like, we have seen stranger. Remember that cursed teapot? Yeah, but that was, I don't even know what that was about. So that's the whole premise. Is the joke is you're referencing an event, but you're trying to like at the same time you're trying to like we don't talk about that.
Yeah. So that's
Kelvin and Hobbes is the one that has
invented it. Oh,
where it says like all I can say this year is Santa had better bring me everything on my list. I've been extremely good all year. Hobbes, what about the noodle incident, Kelvin? No one can prove I did that. So you're not explaining the unit, but you're treating it as like we don't talk about this shit.
Yeah.
So that's what T4 uses the same thing. Where like, oh, now I got to go park over here. I don't get boxed in like the jockstrap incident. And like you see, like I watch a lot of reactors. Like, what the hell is the jockstrap incident? Like, and they don't get the fact that it's just a trope.
We got to make. Have we made our own yet?
I don't know.
Metal Gear Solid joke.
We didn't invent that though.
Yeah, but we keep trying to force. We keep trying to ham it into every podcast we can.
Yeah, but we need to have one that's
they
like
came out
come up
organic.
with.
They came out
come out organically. I feel like
I don't know what the specific one that came up, but
it was the cardboard. It was the cardboard drone.
Oh, weapons are special.
Right. Yeah. But I mean, I don't know. We need to have like I don't know, man. I don't know. So, something that will come out naturally. I guess I can't force it right now. I just but it's something to be the equivalent of like, oh man, that's like the fucking. Oh, no, man. What about the porcupine accords? Oh, no, man.
we don't talk about that shit.
Kind of like that joke we used to have about what's his name? About being but actually liking him. That was our greatest insult.
About who? Yeah. Okay, I remember what you're talking about. Yeah. About insert name here. Timmy. Let's just say Timmy. Oh, no, man. You're a Timmy lover. And then we were like, oh, hey, bro. We would literally say, no, man, that's a weapon. We literally outlawed it and teamed it a weapon of mass destruction because we were like, that's too fucked up to say that you actually like this guy.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you've ever seen Basketball.
I have, yeah.
Remember the scene where,
I don't remember it all that well.
There was a scene where they were literally having an argument with each other, but all they were saying was "dude" to each other.
Yeah.
Like, dude. And the guy's like, Dude. All right, you got a point there.
Yeah.
That is pretty interesting that you can turn like the same way you could say cunt to somebody and it'd be offensive, but in Australia it's like your cunt is your best mate.
Yeah.
Well, you ever seen was it fucking what's it called? Hot Fuzz? Remember when they had the swear box and like everything is like fuck shit. Like it tells you how much you have to put in to the swear box. And all of them were censored in some way or another, but cunt wasn't. It was the only one that wasn't censored.
Somebody that was once your buddy is now your friend.
I'm not your friend, guy.
Yeah, man, that Canadian puberty episode. I don't know why that. Now that you brought up like the Matt Parker and was it Matt Stone and Trey Parker, right?
Yeah. Trey Parker and Matt Stone.
That anything that has to do with Canadians in South Park, dude, is immediately a riot for me, dude.
Oh yeah.
What a great event for Canada and therefore the world.
And therefore the world.
Is this an invasion?
That works too because it was in the French part of it.
Yeah.
I think by far my favorite, one of my favorite things is like the fact that Ugly Bob just looks like any other Canadian.
Oh
like,
yeah, he when he has a bag over his head. When they pull up the mat, they're like, "Oh God, he's so hideous!" And he literally looks just like the rest of them.
Or
Yeah.
the fact that what's his name? Was it Scott or what's his name?
Yeah, Scott.
Oh yeah, Scott, what a dick!
Yeah, I remember he was the great evil monster because he got exposed to radiation and grew like 6 inches taller.
Fee, fi, fo, fum. I smell crap dinner.
Oh man,
I was
craft
gonna say,
dinner.
something I wanted to bring up, but I can't find a natural way to bring it up.
Just do it.
Yeah, just
Because
bring it up.
we were talking about Red vs. Blue earlier,
Yes.
and after the whole thing found out, because I guess they announced that they're going to do one final season of Red vs. Blue. But Matt, what's his name? Bernie's coming back. Jeff's coming back. Matt's coming. They're all going to come back to write it themselves.
Oh, that'd be cool.
But it's like they got rid of Joel because of the whole incident with Gavin and Meg that happened.
Which was what?
Some crazed fan broke into their house and was going to kill him with a gun, and the cops came and shot him. And I guess from what my understanding is, Joel said, "Oh, you guys should have died in that incident."
So they fired him for saying that.
Yeah, and he's the guy that was his caboose.
Oh, I have to find somebody else to be Caboose.
Again, this is
Oh wait, has Caboose been in it since then?
I don't think so. Okay, you gotta understand, from season 1 to 36.
Yeah,
30
It's a
fucking
joke.
A, dude.
It's a
I don't know,
joke.
man. There is a lot.
That was the joke, but I think it was 12. It followed a pretty,
linear storyline.
I would say linear, yeah. But then they got into time travel and dimensional travel.
That's when you
shit.
jump the shark.
Yeah, it's like Dan Harmon said, it's when you jump the shark. And it's like, after that point, I couldn't watch it anymore. But anyway, so after all this shit happened and they announced that, and I've been rewatching a bunch of my favorite clips.
Yeah.
And I don't know why, but the one that always sticks out to me, like whenever someone says, "What's your favorite versus Blue clip?" It's always this one, where they saved this planet.